Hi everybody, I'm Anna, and I'm one of the smartest people in the world. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, not in the world, but I am the smartest among my siblings. Straightforward, wins debates and plays the piano professionally. I've got it all. I should have had it all. But they're a saying,
"The squeaky wheels get all grease."
and that was my brother and sister. My parents only care about my famous brother David and his college future. Then came another squeak, my little sister Lisa. She was adorable as a child, but recently she's become grumpy and irritable, seeking attention. My point is, I'm the forgotten middle child. To make matters worse, David, aka the famous Lister, is as dumb as a doorknob, always complaining about his phone not working, even though he doesn't know how to use it. Finally, I lost patience and decided to pick a fight with him. Perhaps the battery is defective. I read somewhere that you should rub the battery on your head. Apparently, it helps recharge.
That's not a thing! Do not believe me! Why do you trust nerds?
Wait, she's a total nerd. Maybe she's right.
Derek walks around all day rubbing the battery in his hair. Finally, Dad noticed his struggles and bought him a brand new phone. See what I mean? I've been asking my dad for a new laptop for months because my laptop is literally hanging in the balance. But all he said was,
"I'll pick it up on the way home from your brother's game. Do not worry." Oh God, I forgot. Anyway, I'm busy with your sister right now, so I'll do it later.
never came. I saved my own money. Something like that. Technically, I got the rest from my mum by pretending that my laptop gave me an electrical outlet. Sorry, but you have to get creative when people ignore you. And that's the problem. When you're ignored as a child, getting noticed becomes a full-time job. Like another time. When I was 13 years old, I had just won a big science competition. And I mean massive. Every school in the area is there. And I won with a project on how to make animal-friendly leather from mango peels. When I got home to tell my parents about winning the contest, they were completely fawning over beautiful little David. His best friend Steve was also there. God, every time I see him, I feel my cheeks turn red. I hate to admit it, but I have a crush on him.
Anna, honey, do you congratulate your brother? His team won the game and he is in the running for prom king this year.
My star midfielder, I'm very proud of you. That's great.
I won the district-wide science competition.
Oh, congratulations. You're really smart, Anna.
Science. I never understood that topic. It's always about worms somehow.
We know you'll always win, Anna. Nothing much. Since when did entering the prom king tournament or winning a game with your team help you so much? But my parents clearly thought so because they booked a campsite just to celebrate David's achievement. And they invited the entire extended family. Great, how wonderful. And as usual, things didn't go my way. When we arrived at the resort, Dad realized that he had forgotten to put my luggage in the car, even though I had already packed it. 2 days ahead of everyone else. Featured.
Oh, baby, let's turn it into something positive. It's been a long time since the two of us went clothes shopping.
Be careful with her, Mom. Shell makes you buy a jacket made from mangoes, or shoes made from lemons.
When Mom and I got home, the whole family decided to go out for a nice dinner. I wore the dress my mother bought, and in my heart I felt so cute. Then people started complimenting me and I knew I looked really good.
Okay, she looked beautiful for once. But anyone can look good on vacation. Try doing it every day throughout your high school career.
He can't stand losing his attention for a second. While everyone was laughing at my brother's silly jokes, I hate the camping I take over my phone. I opened the piano app to play my favorite song. Music took me to a special place. But then I noticed someone was following me. It was a boy my age. A really handsome guy, right?
I didn't expect to find someone my age who liked older songs more. You play really well.
Thank you. In one of my favorite songs, he introduces himself as Wayne. And we have to talk. We both have a lot in common. We listen to the same music and even watch the same all-time favorite movies. The Notebook.
Don't tell me it's because of Ryan Gosling.
No, he's too old. But the movie is amazing. It stays true to the book, which is what I love most. Wayne's face went blank. He then completely transformed into the main character of the film.
I spent every life before this one looking for you.
Must always come together. I can't believe I'm sitting alone with a boy on the camping quoting Nicholas Sparks. Finally, someone noticed me. I spent the rest of the trip sneaking away from my family to see Wayne. I told him everything about my family, and he listened. He told me something that really stuck in my mind.
Don't hide who you really are, Anna. Do whatever you like, even if your brother says it's weird. I thought playing video games was a waste of time, but now I'm pretty good at it.
And quite famous, too.
On the last night of the holiday, I was very sad to say goodbye to Wayne. He squeezed my hand and told me, let's keep in touch. And we did it. We text each other every day. But when I returned to school, everything changed. A shopping trip with my mother changed my dressing style, and now I feel like everyone is paying attention to me, including Steve. It became too much. Then the most unexpected thing happened.
Anna, how are you?
I'm fine, however, David just is not here.
I know, I want to talk to you. How was music class?
I cannot believe it. I tried my best not to act like the other girls who screamed when David or Steve walked past them. Steve and I talked for a while. I told him about my vacation and showed him some beautiful photos I took at this place. That's when I noticed how he kept getting closer. Before I knew it, he grabbed my hand.
You know, this new look is really cute on you.
Do you seriously think so?
Yeah, I do, and I'm an expert on cuteness. Pay attention to, sorry, I have to take this.
As Steve talked on the phone, I watched him walk away. But all I could think about were his words. This new look is really cute on you. After that day, Steve and I hung out a lot, but only at school. The more I learned about Steve, the more I told Wayne about him. But one day, when I got home, my paralyzed brother David was waiting. He turned my wardrobe upside down and ruined my new clothes. He was angry.
Stay away from Steve, you idiot. You got it.
Finally, someone cares about me and you want me to stop David. I'm asking Steve to do my homecoming dance, whether you like it or not. And if you ruin all my clothes during the night, I won't wear any of them. David was shocked.
Anna, please.
As if I would listen to him, of all people. The next day, I went looking for Steve. I want to invite him to the homecoming dance. But as I walked to the gym door, I heard Steve's voice inside. My heart pounded when I heard another girl's voice.
Come on, baby. There's no way I like Anna. I just want to be close to her so she can do all her tasks. I might even make her do your homework too.
I cannot believe it. I wanted to scream at him, but I was too upset. If I had confronted him, I probably would have vomited on him. When I got home, I jumped into bed and texted Wayne to tell him everything. He cheered me up immediately. He sent me a surprise package of brownies and some exotic flowers I had never seen before. And of course, my parents bombarded me with questions.
Did a boy send you this?
Yes, he's just a friend.
Do we know him? David, do you know him?
Come on, Dad, it's Anna. No guy pursued her. Maybe she's sending things to herself.
First of all, the boy exists. And no, he's not one of David's stupid football friends. Actually, I met him at the beach and we've been best friends ever since. See for yourself.
My phone's battery is dead, honey. Dad, you can't trust her with the phone battery.
I do not lie, I promise. Whether you believe me or not doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to show the world I'm dating or how cool I am. That's not my priority.
Said the girl running for prom queen. Huh?
Yes, I see it too. Someone entered your name for that thing.
Calm down, Mother. The prom night event was very basic and contrived. Like, why bother? All the famous kids just show up to try to prove how cool they are. It's so lame. No way. I want to be a part of it. That night, Lisa walked into my room without saying a word.
I'm the one who nominated you to be prom queen, Anna. Seriously?
But why?
Because you are much smarter and cooler than other girls. If you win, it will mean a lot to girls like me.
What do you mean?
Anna, I really admire you. Prom queen stuff isn't just for the celebrity crowd. You are so smart. And in my opinion, you are already a queen.
Oh God, stop it. My moody little sister just said how much she admires me. There's no way I can let you go. Lisa's words really got me interested in dance. It's not that I'm a good dancer. It's actually because all the nominated students have to give a speech at the dance. This is my chance to tell the famous kids, but finally my speech is ready. I intended to give David and Steve a resounding round of applause in front of the whole school. But when I told Wayne, he thought it was a bad idea. He tried to convince me that I should take a higher stance, that Derek was my brother after all, but I do not care. On the day of the speech, I was practicing at home when suddenly David barged in. Have you forgotten how to knock on the door, or are you rubbing the battery against your head again?
Anna, I heard you're going to tell the whole school how much you hate me and my friends. Actually?
Yes, and you always get everything on a silver platter. Don't you know how hard the rest of us work compared to you?
Now you sound really stupid. Sure, it's not easy for nerds like you, but it's not easy for us either.
Yes, that's right.
That's it, acting like you know everything. I had an argument with Steve today, because he lied to you.
David lifted his jacket to show me he had bloody scratches from a fight.
Do you know how much pressure there is every time I go on the field? It was my entire college dream that was at stake. You don't even realize how much cooler you are than me in comparison. You will get into any university no matter what. Meanwhile, I fear failure every day.
Do you think I'm cooler than you?
Really? That's all you heard? Wow.
David's words really made me think that I was acting as if the weight of the world was on my shoulders. But here he is, the most popular guy in school, and he's having a hard time. I found Derek sitting on the porch afterward. David, I just want our parents to pay as much attention to me as you and Lisa. I'm tired of trying my best and still being nothing but a nerd to them.
First, Anna, have Mom and Dad been paying attention to you? In fact, they talk about how good you are the whole time. They just don't need to worry about you. And anyway, being a nerd is awesome. You can do anything.
Like, if only I could tutor you, that's it. David, can I help you by tutoring?
Actually, I could really use your help for school. But no one needs to know, okay? Not even your imaginary boyfriend?
He is not an imaginary person. Friend. I was about to punch my brother in the arm, but then I saw him smiling. He's joking. He can be quite intelligent in his own way at times. The next day, I rewrote my entire speech. And on the day of the dance, I gave a motivational speech to the whole school. I tell every kid that whether they're famous or not, they should have fun and let go. Don't put crazy pressure on yourself. After all, we are young. We should enjoy learning things that are meaningful to us, and that's how you achieve maximum coolness. I'd like to think I convinced everyone in that hall, or at least I convinced my little sisters, Lisa and David. Of course, when the dance started, I thought I would be left alone. But my brother held me in his arms, and my sister also joined in. While we were having a wonderful time, someone touched my shoulder, Wayne. He looked better than I had ever seen him. I'm so excited to introduce him to my friends at school. But what excited me the most was the look on my brother's face. His jaw dropped to the floor. See? I told you Wayne was real.
Yes, but this is exactly the way you were talking about. This guy is a legend.
Turns out Wayne is a much bigger gamer than I thought, and David is a huge fan. Of course I didn't win anything at the dance, but that's okay. That's not my main thing. I had a wonderful time with Wayne and I felt more comfortable than ever.
Hello, I am Charlize from Belgium, and this is my story. My parents were extremely wealthy, strict, and had everything, but all they ever wanted was a daughter. I was born 5 years after my brother Jason, and my parents immediately adored me. Jason looked at me and frowned.
What's the big deal? She looks like a potato.
A very cute potato. Look at those cute girls.
As we grew up, Jason really hated that I was always the center of attention. When I started crawling, he would push me under the bed and sofa. He even dangled me out of the window and gave me milk mixed with salt. On my 7th birthday, my parents gave me a beautiful doll. I was overjoyed. But Jason couldn't stand my happiness. When I came home from school, my doll was broken and lying in the trash. I was about to cry, but when I saw Jason standing by the door, I felt a surge of anger.
Jason, I'll lend you.
Why? I made it look so pretty, just like you. That was it. Haha.
I lunged at Jason and hit him. Mom and Dad came over and pulled us apart. As a punishment, Jason had to give me all of his toys. So, I won. Later, when I turned 12, Jason got her ears pierced and Dad bought her a pair of huge diamond earrings to go with them. I wanted to get my ears pierced too, but my parents refused. However, I was determined to go through with it. I used my savings to get my ears pierced at the mall, even though I was punished to stay home for a week and had to write an essay on disobedience because of it.
You're so careless and stubborn, Charlize.
A few days after my 15th birthday, our chef approached my parents. She wanted her daughter, Mia, to work as a maid for our family.
She's lived most of her life in the village. I want her to go to a better school, but I don't have enough money, so I thought she could work here and help me. Please give her a trial. She's really smart.
Mia was my age and looked very sweet. It would be great to have someone my age around the house.
I can't believe I'm here! Finally, my life will get better!
She told me that her life in the village was very tough and that her father was a terrible person. However, as we got closer, she was assigned the task of organizing my wardrobe and tidying up my things. She wasn't very good at it, but at school the teachers were very impressed by her intelligence. She was a genius, and I hated studying. So, I made a deal with her.
Hey, listen, I hate school. What if you do my homework and I won't tell my parents how much you suck at cleaning?
You got yourself a deal, bestie.
This girl was amazing and treated me better than my brother ever did. But I guess Jason was jealous because Mia and I were very close. One day, He tried to warn me about Mia.
Hey, you should set some boundaries with that maid. She's always snooping around in your room.
Duh. Of course she is. She has to clean it, so she has to be there. Mia's totally awesome.
Whatever.
Once at school, we were having a spring dance, and I was really hoping that Zach, the hottest guy in class, would join me. I had a crush on him since kindergarten, and when he did, I felt like I was on cloud 9. That day, Zach offered to walk me home.
So here we are. Your place? Goodbye.
Hey, Zach, wait!
As he turned around, I quickly kissed him on the cheek. He smiled and walked away. I felt over the moon, but as soon as I caught Mia grinning at the front door, my smile instantly faded.
You kissed a boy? Wow. I was wondering, can you set me up with his friend? I always wanted to have a boyfriend.
Shh! We are going out together. Just don't tell my parents or Jason. You know how strict they are, and I can't just ask him if his friend needs a girlfriend. It doesn't work that way.
Oh yeah.
Then Mia walked away, clearly annoyed. What was that about? Shortly after, I started noticing my things were going missing. First, it was my favorite lipstick, then my eyeshadow, blush, and eventually, even a backpack. I asked Mia if she had seen them anywhere, but she said she hadn't.
Maybe you left it at a friend's house. Come on, you can be pretty careless. Like the time you kissed a boy at your doorstep in broad daylight.
Ever since she saw me with Zach, Mia had been acting very strange. Sure, I could be a bit careless, but I had never lost anything in my life before. On the day of the spring dance, I was getting ready, and that's when I realized my favorite dress was missing.
Mia, have you seen my prom dress anywhere?
The pink one?
Yes, have you seen it? Wait, why are you crying?
I'm so sorry, Charlize. I borrowed it last week, and I fell, and it got torn on one side. I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. Please, just don't tell anyone or Mom will send me back to the village. I know you won't tell. Look, I guard your secrets too. Like you kissing your boyfriend and how you make me do your homework, remember?
Are you like threatening me?
Perhaps.
I was utterly shocked by her actions. After that day, Mia only became bolder. She kept taking my things without telling me. She also stopped cleaning my room. She even told Mom that I was purposely messing up the room to make her work more. And, unsurprisingly, Mom believed her.
Charlize, you're almost 16. Get your act together. Clean your room. Now.
I was so angry with Mia. I had done nothing but be kind, and she took advantage of me. I started cleaning my own room and locking the door every day before school. If it weren't for Zach, I would have gone crazy. He was like a ray of sunshine in my otherwise dull life. One time we went out and Zach gave me the most precious gift ever, a pair of pearl earrings.
Oh my god, these are so pretty.
Not prettier than you.
Then he kissed me. I was so in love with him. The next day, when I woke up, I felt sick. Mom and Dad took me to the doctor, and I found out I had caught a virus and needed complete bed rest. But when I finally felt better, I tried calling Zach. His number was unreachable, and he had blocked me everywhere. He even switched schools. But he left me a message on Insta. Good luck with your new life. I'm about to move out of town because of my dad's job. Goodbye. What was that about? I was heartbroken for weeks. One day when I walked into my room, I saw Mia standing in front of the mirror, trying on my earrings.
Hey, get those off. Zach gave those to me. For God's sake, stop touching my stuff.
Zach, the same guy who royally dumped you? Still hoping he'll come back to you. You are very naive. Here you go, your ugly earrings.
I am so gonna tell Mom.
Good luck convincing her. Your own family will never believe you. The careless liar of the family.
Mia was right. My parents adored her. A few weeks later, I saw Jason showing off his new hairstyle, so I wanted to do the same. But when I asked my parents if I could get a new hairstyle, they refused, saying I was too young. Well, they were wrong. I watched some videos of cool hairstyles, but I didn't have enough money to pay for it. So I snuck into Mom's room and took her credit card from her purse. A few days later, my package arrived. I made sure everyone was busy before I set everything up. After hours, I removed the towel from the mirror to see my new and improved hair. What the heck? My hair was frizzy and stuck to my head like a fur hat. Jason heard me screaming and ran into my room.
Oh my god, what happened?
Oh, brother, it went all wrong.
Calm down, take a deep breath. How did this even happen?
Yes, how did it?
But one look at Mia's evil grin, and I had my answer.
You witch! You did this! Why are you this way? What did I do to you? I was always nice and treated you well.
It just annoys me to the core that a dumb witch like you is living this perfect life. while someone like me is just a maid.
You have a serious problem. You're so sick. I knew it was you who did this to me.
Me?
That's enough, Charlize. It's your own fault. I have the credit card receipts. I can't believe you've been stealing from us.
Oops, told you so.
You just wait, you witch. I'll expose you for who you really are.
Best of luck.
A few days later, we were hosting a big party at home. I felt really down because I couldn't attend due to my hair. But then I found a box near my bed. Inside was a beautiful wig. Jason had bought it for me. Suddenly, tears filled my eyes. Jason had always loved me, no matter how much we fought. I quickly got ready, and as I was sipping some soda at the party, I spotted a familiar face. It was Zach.
So you finally showed your face.
I didn't want to come. My dad made me.
Ugh, how could you leave me like that? Zach, did I never mean anything to you?
I left you. Last time I checked, you dumped me because one of the jocks had gotten you pregnant. You told me to stay away because you wanted to be with him. Whoever the jerk was, where is he, even?
Hearing his words, I felt the ground shake. Pregnant? Me? Seeing me shell-shocked, Zach realized I really had no idea what he was talking about. He then showed me Insta messages from me telling him to back off. Checking the dates, I realized they were sent when I was sick, and then it all clicked.
By any chance, did you talk to my maid Mia?
Actually, yeah. I called your number and she picked up and said you asked me not to call you ever again.
Oh my gosh, what a psycho. Witch. As soon as I saw her talking to another guy, I rushed over and hit her.
You crazy, evil psycho! You went too far this time.
Our screaming drew everyone's attention at the party.
Zach, you should be thanking me. I was saving you from this freak. Yeah, I told a small lie, but it was so worth it. I felt my cheeks turn red and I just wanted to hide.
I had never been this humiliated, but before I could run, Jason came forward and pushed Mia away from me.
How dare you treat my sister this way?
Wait till you hear what she actually did.
Zach told Mom, Dad, and Jason the whole story about Mia's lies, and they were stunned.
Mia, how could you do this? We thought you were a sensible young girl.
Sensible girl? I don't want to be a sensible poor girl. I'm too smart. No, I'm a genius. That's how I ruined your daughter's life. Yeah, I hacked your phone, Charlize, you dumb, useless girl, and sent Zach everything. Someone like him can't be with someone like you. I want your life. Why should I have to work for all the things I want? I won't be a loser like my mom.
Don't talk to my mother that way. And calling your own mom a loser. Mia, you are pathetic.
As if you could.
Before she could even finish, someone grabbed Mia's arm. It was her mom.
Mia, you are a disgrace. This family took you in, treated you as their own, and this is how you repay them? I am sorry, Miss Charlize. My daughter is out of control. I knew she had some problems, but I never expected her to go this far.
Oh, Charlize, we're sorry, darling. We should have believed you. Mia, you're no longer welcome here. Get out, now.
Hearing that, Mia completely lost it.
You stupid rich people! Treating poor people like trash! I hate you! You should all die! If I can't live this lifestyle, no one can!
Mia grabbed a knife and charged at me, but thank God Zach grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the way. The police arrived shortly after and took Mia away.
I am so sorry for ever doubting you. I can't believe I fell for those stupid lies. Isabella, I love you so much.
Shh, it's all in the past, Zach. I love you too. I always have. The wind was howling outside and tree branches were scratching at the window. I carefully walked across the room. I was barefoot and had a candle in my hands. When I was passing by a huge mirror, I realized that something was wrong with my reflection. It was knocking on the mirror from the other side like it wanted to get out.
Abigail, set me free, please.
The candle in my hand went out and I was left in complete darkness. I woke up in a cold sweat and sat up in my bed. Phew, it was just a bad dream. Hi, I'm Abigail, and I have been plagued by nightmares my whole life. As you can imagine, I was a weird kid. I loved reading detective stories and mysteries. Recently, I discovered podcasts and started listening to audio series and stories about all sorts of investigations. Weird things happen to me all the time. For example, I barely remember anything about my childhood. It was the truth. My parents died when I was very young, and I spent a few months in an orphanage. Luckily, my uncle and aunt eventually adopted me. They were both cool and successful businessmen. My memory lapses worried my guardians. They even asked a doctor to examine me once. After a long conversation, he said I was perfectly healthy. My mind just blocked certain memories to help me deal with the loss of my parents. I didn't think about it much because my life was wonderful. My uncle and aunt loved me, and I never lacked for anything. Besides, I was getting ready for college exams and had an incredibly smart and caring boyfriend called Toby. Still, sometimes I felt sad for no reason or cheerful. I could burst into tears while watching a comedy or suddenly have a fit of giggles.
What a great day!
Shh, Stabby. Everyone in the store is staring at us.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm in such an amazing mood.
You are such a weirdo, but I love you anyway.
Lately, I had been feeling melancholic. No matter what I did, I couldn't get rid of that unpleasant feeling. I finished recording the first part of my podcast and decided to have a snack. But on the way to the kitchen, I accidentally bumped into a shelf and a photo fell off it. In the photo, I was standing next to my parents. The frame had broken. I picked up the photo and realized a piece of it was missing. Was someone cut out of the picture? Weird. Later, I asked my uncle and aunt about it. They said that the photo was too big to fit into the frame, so a part of it had really been cut off. I almost believed them, but they exchanged pointed glances, which looked suspicious. They were definitely hiding something. That night, I had another nightmare. My reflection was trying to get out of the mirror and screaming again. As soon as I woke up, I immediately turned on the mic and retold my nightmare for the podcast. More and more listeners were growing interested in my story by the day. It inspired me to keep going. Unfortunately, my nightmares got worse. I called Toby and told him I'd barely been sleeping lately. He was in the first year of college and dreamed of becoming a psychologist. Toby said that my subconsciousness was probably trying to tell me something.
The reflection is like your twin. Maybe your brain is trying to make you remember someone. Could you have a twin sister?
His words made sense. I didn't remember much about my childhood, so I decided to talk to my aunt and uncle again and ask them if I had a sister.
Abby, you read too many detective stories.
My guardian said I was an only child, but they were so nervous. My aunt even dropped a cup of coffee. Something wasn't adding up. I decided to get to the bottom of it. In the attic, I found an old album with photos of my parents. Weirdly enough, some pages in the album were empty, like someone had removed some of the pictures. I found something useful anyway. Check this out. It was a page from Mom's private diary. She had written she dreamed of watching the sunset on Mount Mitchell, the highest mountain in our state, with my dad. I carefully hid the paper, went downstairs, and called Toby again. He had another great idea.
You need to give your memory a push. Sometimes people go back to the neighborhood where they grew up, and it helps.
Toby, you're a genius. This is a brilliant plan.
The next morning, we went to the house where I used to live with my parents. I hadn't remembered the address, but found it in the documents. I looked around and saw swings hanging off a tree next to the house. Flashes of images from my childhood appeared before my eyes. I remembered swinging on them with another girl. Toby and I asked the neighbors if they remembered a family with twin girls, but they had all moved in recently and couldn't help us. Then we finally knocked on the door of the house where I used to live with my parents and asked its new owners if they knew any about the previous ones.
No, sorry. The realtor did not tell us anything about them.
Oh, that's a shame. Sorry to bother you. I was just looking for my sister. I think I might have one.
Wait, did you say sister? I think I might have something for you.
She went into the house and came back a minute later with a stack of children's drawings of two girls. They were two names written next to them, Abigail and Emma.
We found these drawings in the attic. They probably belong to you.
I thanked the woman for her help. Now I was pretty sure I had a long-lost sister called Emma. Toby and I went to the orphanage, where I ended up after the death of my parents. We were in for disappointment when we arrived at the orphanage. It turned out that it had been closed for a long time. We found ourselves standing in front of a dilapidated building.
Sorry, I think this is a dead end.
Let's at least take a look since we're here.
We went inside and walked through the empty hallways. I was suddenly overcome with emotions and burst out crying.
Baby, are you okay?
Yes, I just remembered how sad I used to be living here. Actually, I think there's something else.
I remembered my distant childhood. I saw myself huddling in a corner and crying for my mother. The other kids called me a snotty crybaby, and I was devastated. But then a girl stood between me and the crowd. She looked just like me and chased away those bullies.
Leave my sister alone, or you'll have to deal with me.
It was Emma. We were twins and both ended up in the orphanage after our parents died. Emma was braver than me and always protected me. But then one day, my uncle and aunt adopted me and left Emma there. We didn't want to part and promised each other we would meet again.
Emma, I'll find you.
I told Toby the truth about my past and asked him to give me a ride home.
Why didn't you tell me about my twin?
Oh, Abigail, we hoped it wouldn't come to this, but you need to know the truth. There is no Emma. Your mother had a split personality disorder. She created a second, stronger personality that protected her from everyone and helped her when she was stressed out.
We worried that you might have inherited that disorder.
Wait, are you saying that Emma was a figment of my imagination?
I couldn't believe it and stared at Toby.
Children often create imaginary friends to deal with loss. That's what we were taught in college.
Now that I thought about it, Emma Emma stood up for me at the orphanage and disappeared right after I was adopted. I demanded to know why there were so many blank pages in our family album, but my aunt said they just lost a lot of photos when they moved. My investigation came to an end. I still felt inexplicably sad. Soon I found the page from my mother's diary in my pocket and remembered about my promise to fulfill my parents' dream. I'm going to watch the sunset on Mount Mitchell. Maybe that will cheer me up. My aunt and uncle approved of my idea. Toby couldn't come with me because of his studies, so I set out alone. I got to the resort town next to the mountain in the evening and decided to spend the night in a small motel. Then a boy ran up to me and started talking to me like we'd known each other forever.
I think you've mistaken me for someone else.
You're right. Sorry. You look a lot like one of my friends. She's getting married and I came to her wedding. I'm Jasper.
Abigail, I hope the wedding goes well.
Your voice sounds familiar. Abigail, do you by any chance have a podcast?
Jasper turned out to be one of my listeners. The next morning, I rented some equipment and headed to the foot of the mountain. To my surprise, Jasper was waiting for me there. A girl was standing next to him. She looked just like me.
Surprised? Abby.
What the heck? It looks like I'm looking in a mirror. What?
He introduced me to Emma and said that she was the friend who was about to get married. Emma, my twin! I couldn't believe it was happening. This is nuts! While Emma and I were crying and hugging happily, Jasper said that he's always known his friend had a sister. When he bumped into me, he immediately realized I was Emma's twin.
I listened to your podcast, so I knew you were looking for your sister and decided to arrange a surprise. Now you can fulfill your parents' dream. Girls.
We thanked Jasper for helping us reunite. He left and we started climbing up the mountain. We talked a lot on the way to the top, and I found out that after my uncle and aunt took me away from the orphanage, Emma was adopted by millionaires. I've never wanted for anything, but my adoptive parents are very strict. We got to the top just in time. The sun was about to set. We kept talking, and it dawned on me that every time I had been happy or sad for no reason, I must have felt my sister's emotions. Then I realized that I had been feeling sad lately and asked Emma if she was okay. Not really. To be honest, it turned out she was about to marry some nasty guy because her parents told her to. She was actually in love with Jasper. We talked all through the night, and I finally remembered my childhood. Emma was like a lost piece of my soul. I was so happy I found her. When we came down from the mountain in the morning, my sister left to get ready for the wedding, and I called my uncle and aunt.
It was easier for you to say Emma wasn't real than to tell me the truth. I'm so disappointed in you.
They told me they hadn't wanted to separate us and planned to adopt Emma too. However, they were poor at that time and barely made ends meet. They couldn't afford to raise 2 girls. That's when a childless couple of millionaires came to the orphanage. They promised Emma would be happy with them and gave my uncle and aunt a hefty sum of money so that they would never approach their niece again.
We used that money to start a business. It allowed us to provide for you. When you forgot Emma, we thought it would be better not to tell you anything.
After our talk, I went to my sister's wedding and ran into Jasper. He was sitting alone and looking at the bride miserably.
Hi, why the sad face? Aren't you happy for Emma? Can I tell you a secret?
I had always been in love with your sister but didn't have the courage to confess to her. And now it's too late. In a few minutes, Emma will get married and I will lose her forever.
Emma was crazy about you too. You still have a chance. Come on.
Jasper beamed at me and nodded confidently. As soon as the ceremony began, he shouted that he loved Emma. My sister gave the ring back to her fiancé and told her parents that she could not marry someone she didn't love. After that, she took Jasper's hand and ran away. Everyone was shocked, and Emma's parents were furious. Soon I came back home. Emma and Jasper got off it. I introduced them to my boyfriend and told Toby about my adventures. Then we came home to my uncle and aunt. They burst into tears of joy when they saw Emma. Her parents will probably be mad for a while. Well, they shouldn't have hidden their daughter from her relatives or insisted on a marriage of convenience. I'm sure we'll be fine now. Maybe I'll start another podcast and tell you what happened next. Press like and subscribe to the channel. Hey friends, I'm Jessica from Pennsylvania. Please like and subscribe. I was born 2 minutes after my triplet sisters, Zoe and Dana. And even though we look alike, Zoe and Dana always made me feel different. They stuck together, wore the same outfits, and even had their own language just so they could talk about me behind my back.
Osaka, Galaga.
Kosaka Galaga Mene.
What is the deal with you two? You sound so dumb when you talk like a duck.
No, I don't. You're just jealous cause you're not part of our cool club.
Whatever, they were right. I hated being the odd. I think my sisters were jealous because I was prettier, taller, and smarter. And when I turned 13, I landed my first modeling gig for an international teen magazine. And we just grew more distant. They begged mom and dad to get them into modeling too. And my parents went out on a limb to get Zoe to walk a fashion show, but she kept throwing tantrums.
Oh my god, this color makes my eyes look small. Is this Diet Coke? No, get lost then and get me one. This makeup artist looks like a homeless person. Get me a prettier one.
It was so bad they kicked her out and she never got a call back.
I don't get it. We're dressed up better, obviously, prettier, and yet somehow you'll get all these great gigs.
Don't whine if you can't get what's mine, and I'll let you in on my secret. But you have to promise me never to tell Mom. I walk on my arms 3 times a day, every day for at least 50 minutes.
That's ridiculous. We've never seen you do that.
I won't do it in front of you, dummy. It's called a secret for a reason. Walking on hands helps me with my posture, and I walk better on the ramp.
It was a lie, of course. But my sisters were so dumb. They tried doing everything, but couldn't even land a handstand. And one time, Zoe ended up falling and crashing right into Mom's $1,000 vase, smashing it into pieces. Mom was furious, and they both ended up getting their butts grounded while I had the TV all to myself for a good 2 weeks. Absolute bliss. But after that day, they never trusted me. But I couldn't care less. And I only got more famous. One day, while working on an ad, I was a bit confused about my lines.
Excuse me. This is supposed to be a winter wear commercial, right? The lines are all wrong.
Let me see.
I turned around and saw Peyton walking in my direction. He was modeling royalty with over 10 million followers on Instagram. I was doing this commercial with him. How did I miss the memo?
Say it like this. I feel so hot when I'm wearing these. I can barely feel the cold. You try.
I feel cold. Hot. No, wait. I can get this right.
It's okay. I have that effect on girls. I'm Peyton, by the way. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Who hasn't? It's such an honor working with you.
Peyton and I absolutely nailed that winter wear ad. And our chemistry was so good, we ended up doing a lot of ads together. We started hanging out more and more and soon became good friends. The more I got to know him, the closer to him I felt.
You know, apart from good look and almost perfect body, I also happen to be an amazing singer.
Oh, how cool. I've always wanted to be a model, but...
Do you want me to sing for you?
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Before I could even finish my sentence, Peyton started singing. And it was so bad, I could feel my eardrums cry. But despite that horrible singing, when Peyton asked me out that evening, I happily said yes. And when my sisters found out, they burned with rage.
Seriously? You think I won't know you're talking about me and Peyton? Guess your secret language doesn't make you cool enough to be with someone like him. So I'm just gonna ignore you.
Ignore us all you want, but you can't ignore the fact that Peyton is too good for you.
And you'll never be able to keep him happy. Say what you want. I'm late for my meeting with my super hot boyfriend.
It felt so good to rub it in their faces. The next few weeks were bliss. The news about me and Peyton being an item started, skyrocketed our reputation, and everyone wanted to sign us up. Life was perfect until my agent booked us for our Christmas ad. And this time, they wanted to use my whole family, including Zoe and Dana. I begged my agent not to go through with it, but she didn't give a rat's butt about it. The next day, when the photographers came, Zoe plopped her butt right next to Peyton, and I felt my insides explode every time Dana gave Zoe a look. Zoe whispered something in Peyton's ear, and they burst out laughing.
What? What's so funny? Tell me too.
Forget it. Your boring brain wouldn't get our yolks.
It's okay, Jess. I'll just tell you everything later.
And with that, Zoe whispered another joke to him. The photo turned out great, and did a fab job at making us look like a perfect family. As the photographer was packing up, I had some final paperwork to sign. When I looked up, Zoe and Peyton were nowhere to be found. I went to look for them outside when I found the two of them hugging.
You know you can tell me anything, right?
Thanks, Zoe. Feels like I can talk about anything with you. Thanks for being the perfect friend.
Excuse me. I thought I was your perfect friend.
Jess, that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Did you even know that he has a sensitive throat? He can't sing anymore. Can you stop being so pushy? Jeez, poor Peyton is going through so much in life.
Oh, wow, really? Newsflash. He could never sing. He sang like a toad with a throat infection. You want to be friends so bad, then go ahead, but I'm done with all of you.
Jess, wait!
Just leave her. You're better off without her.
The next morning, my agent called me up and gave me the shock of my life.
The company we did the Christmas ad for loved Zoe and Peyton's flawless chemistry, and they want to go ahead with them. They want you off the project?
Are you kidding me? She's the worst model ever.
I'm really sorry, Jess.
I rushed to give Zoe a piece of my mind, but when I went to her room, Zoe and Dana were arguing over Peyton.
You shouldn't keep them all to yourself, okay? We decided I'll get a fair chance to impress Peyton too.
Really? Now? I don't think he's interested in anyone. I mean, look what happened to Jess. She's prettier than both of us combined, and he chose me over her. You don't stand a chance.
We'll just see about that. Just stay away from him till I ask him out on a date. Okay.
But a few days later, at the success party of our Christmas ad campaign, Dana walked up to me asking if I'd seen Zoe, and the perfect idea struck me.
I think I saw her go upstairs in the study. Oh, Dana, I think she's with Peyton. If I were you, I'd let them be.
She's what? I'm gonna kill that witch.
Dana looked like a raging bull as she ran upstairs, and of course, I followed. She opened the door dramatically just as Zoe was about to kiss Peyton.
Get your filthy hands off him.
Oh my god, are you crazy? Get out.
Not before you tell me what's happening.
What do you think is happening? We're making out.
And then Dana jumped on Zoe, and the two broke out in a huge fight. But suddenly, Zoe lost her mind and somehow ended up smacking Peyton across the face. Peyton left angrily, and Zoe followed him while Dana ran and locked herself in the room. I celebrated with the team alone and managed to impress them so well, they gave me another individual project. That evening, as I went onto the porch to get some fresh air, I saw Dana sobbing silently.
I'm so sorry. I'm the worst sister in the world. Please, forgive me.
You got a booger all over me.
Sorry, it's just that I've been awful to you all my life. I even tried to get in the way of your career and love life, and look where it landed me. My life's a mess.
No, it's not. Get a grip, girl. And why are you sorry now? Did you not think about the time you left me alone while you gossiped in Egyptian with Zoe? Your dumb secret language.
Oh, that was actually nothing. We just said some nonsense to piss you off. It was Zoe's idea.
So you're telling me there's no language at all? Man, you guys are evil.
Wait, Jess, I know we've been really bad to you, but how about we join forces and get some good old-fashioned revenge on Zoe? You know you want it, and God knows she deserves it.
And how am I supposed to trust you?
You have to take your chances, but I won't let you down, I promise.
I had to admit that sounded pretty tempting, but I wasn't a scary, spiteful person. Or maybe I was. Either way, I wanted Zoe to pay for butting into my life and stealing Peyton from me. So I agreed. The plan was simple. Every time Peyton and Zoe went out on a date, Dana and I would follow them and tip off the paparazzi to take the weirdest pictures, till one of them eventually got annoyed. It went on for days, till one day, Peyton got so fed up that he turned to one of the photographers with a snarl.
Come on, Peyton. How about a smile for the camera?
How about this instead?
Peyton punching the reporter and Zoe's smirking face was all over the papers and tabloids. He lost most of his contracts, and so did Zoe, since she only worked on his recommendation. Once their professional relationship was over, their personal one soon followed.
I can't get any work since that terrible night. Why couldn't you control yourself? It wasn't such a big deal.
Of course it's not a big deal to you. You like the attention. I don't.
What do you mean?
I mean that a small-time dumb model like you would want cameras to follow you everywhere. Wait a minute. Maybe it's you who keeps tipping them off.
This makes no sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. Getting photographed with someone as famous as me would be a dream come true for someone like you.
Shut up, Peyton. You can't talk to Zoe like that.
Why are you jumping to her defense? Did you forget how she took over? Your life and your boyfriend?
Seems like she did me a favor there, because I can do a lot better than a boy bug-eating idiot like you. And so can Zoe. Now do us both a favor and get out before I knock your teeth in.
Peyton pouted and left, and Zoe turned to me.
Why did you do that? I clearly don't deserve your sympathy.
You're my sister, Zoe. The only person who can talk down to you is me, but I hope you learned a lesson.
I did, and I'm sorry. For everything, all the times I've been mean to you?
Yeah, we're sorry too. We're the ones who tipped off the paparazzi.
It's okay, I kinda deserved it.
A few days later, my agent told me that due to bad publicity, Peyton got dropped from his modeling agency. Zoe and Dana worked non-stop to get back into business, and I helped my sisters in every way I could till they were eventually good enough to land their own gigs. Working together brought us closer. But I think the best part was when we got to go on vacation and just relax and do little things together, like chatting and even learning new languages. Hi, my name is Labu, and I was born to 2 lawyers in Connecticut. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I could remember, I was told 2 things about me. First, I was really beautiful. Like Disney princess, movie star beautiful. And second, something was seriously wrong with me. I was different from every single person around me. Even my parents. It started with small incidents, like Mom asking me how she looked in a really hideous dress. I told her the truth. Yuck, your dress looks like poop.
I've been wearing this all day.
Oh, she doesn't mean it.
Yes, I do. You should throw that dress away, Mama. Mom burst into tears.
Labu, that's a bit too honest.
But she asked me.
Just say, you don't look good, okay?
I didn't understand why I had to lie. And it turns out in life, you're supposed to lie all the time. Like Like in 3rd grade, when my dad had his boss over for dinner. I said, "I know you." Dad says you're the stupidest, craziest boss in the world. Why are you like that? He lost it, yelled at Dad, and then made him work for 4 weekends straight. Dad loved me too much to be mad at me, and he tried to explain the rules again. I really tried to learn them. But I was simply different. By the time you're in 6th grade, everyone in class will start cracking jokes and playing pranks. If you're like me and you can't tell when people are lying, it will be a nightmare. The worst offender was my classmate, Reno. He was the son of crazy rich politicians, and he thought he could get away with anything. He was always pulling pranks on students and teachers, and he never got more punishment than detention. One time, as a joke, he said his parents were secretly spies. I was the only idiot at the table who believed him. I started taking careful notes about every juicy, totally made-up detail. It was only when everyone was laughing that he said he was lying. You made all that up? Are you bored or crazy?
You really couldn't tell I was joking? Amazing!
She's like a stupid robot.
Hey, I know you. Your parents are my dad's clients. My dad's a divorce lawyer. The girl looked at me like I was a ghost.
My parents are getting divorced?
Yes! Didn't they tell you? She just ran away.
So beautiful, yet so heartless.
What? People were inching away from me, looking disturbed. Did I say something wrong?
You're fascinating. Are you from another planet?
I didn't have time for his jokes. By the end of the day, the whispers were everywhere.
Labu's scary. She's pretty, but she's crazy.
Labu's the rudest witch on the planet! My tongue was cursed. It either made people hate me or fear me. By the time I was in 11th grade, even my teachers wanted to shut me up. One time, a teacher started yelling at me for correcting her in the middle of class. Why should everyone note down the wrong answer just so you don't feel bad? I wish your manners were as nice as your face. I wish you wore a nicer wig. We can all tell you're bald. Detention now. Whatever. I was fine being weird, Labu, with no friends. I understood science and math more than humans, and that was enough for me. The only person who wasn't scared of me was Reno. He was always ready to pull stupid pranks on me while we were stuck in detention. In a way, I admired him. Reno got to be as weird as he wanted, and he was still great at making friends. That's when I got an idea. Reno, you've always been weird.
Excuse me?
You know you lie all the time. You get poor grades, and you're always in detention.
Wow.
You have issues, but you are still popular. How do you do that?
I'm handsome, rich, funny.
Listen, I really want to fit in and have fun in our last 2 years here. Think about exactly how you make friends and explain it to me like I'm 5.
That's gonna take time. I expect payment. You can do all of my homework?
Then I expect a proper friendship course with tests.
Then you need to call me Professor Reno.
I'm not doing that.
It's a deal breaker.
Fine, Professor Reno.
We struck a deal.
The next day, I met Reno in an empty classroom during lunch for my first lesson on becoming just like everyone else.
I've known you my whole life, and using my expert observations, I've made this course.
Wow!
It only has 4 chapters.
And if you get them all, you will be popular.
Let's do it.
Chapter 1. Jokes. Jokes are lies that make people laugh. You can't tell when people are lying, so just laugh if the other person laughs.
What if they're laughing at me?
Then look like you don't even care. Trust me.
We made a list of all the jokes I could use on people, and I practiced them on him for hours. It was hard to get the right tone. There was a new girl in my class, Stacy, and she hadn't heard any of the rumors about me yet. She was the perfect target for my new powers. I sat with her at lunch and rattled off joke after joke till she fell off her chair laughing.
Wow, Labu, you're gorgeous and funny. I'm having a sleepover tonight. You want to come?
Oh my God, my first sleepover. I was so excited, I literally rushed to tell Reno.
It's working already. Time for Lesson 2, Chapter 2, Casual Chats. Here is a list of acceptable topics you can talk about at a sleepover.
What can I talk about?
Nothing heavy, no depressing news, and no global warming. It bums people out.
But it's important.
I agree. I'm just telling you how to get along with them.
Fine. I tried to make use of the list at the sleepover, but it was hard. A few times I slipped up and said things that got me weird looks. I didn't even know why, so I just stayed quiet unless someone asked me a question, and I laughed when everyone laughed. Surprisingly, it worked. Stacy asked me to come for another sleepover. The next day, she went with me everywhere in school. When I saw Reno, I gave him a hug. I made friends. You're the best teacher ever. Thank you, Reno.
Professor Reno!
Oh, come on.
Chapter 3. Similar interests.
On Reno's instruction, I had to do things Stacy liked with her. She was a huge gossip, and even though it made me feel weird, it made her wildly popular in school. She lived at the mall, which was noisy and overwhelming to me. Still, I went with her and made friends with lots of other girls in my class. Then she dragged me from store to store trying on clothes till I was exhausted. But hey, everyone thought I looked stunning in my new outfits. I slept for 13 hours to recover from that day. And then Stacy dropped a bombshell on me. She wanted to set me up on a date.
He's in chemistry with me. He's super cute. In return, you can set me up with Reno. He's your friend, right?
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's totally hot and really popular. So I'll go out with him. Can you ask him for me?
I said yes and hung up. I was gonna go on my first date ever. I was panicking. I found Reno after school that day and pulled him into an empty classroom. We need an emergency lesson. Stacy set me up on a date.
Really? You want to go?
Yes, but I'm not ready for this. We never practice dates.
You want to practice a date with me?
I need quick tips. Other than jokes, casual talk, and similar interests. What can I use?
It's a date, so there's touching.
Where?
Just the arm or the hand or...
Like this?
Yes. You could give him a hug at the end of the date. Don't pat his head.
What else?
You could kiss him.
There was a long pause, and he just stared at me. He wasn't gonna say anything else. Okay, well, thanks for the tips. I patted his head and walked off. I turned right before the door and asked him if he'd go out with Stacy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's cute.
Fine, whatever.
Stacy was over the moon for her date. She was gonna have no trouble. She was fun, pretty, and sociable. I, on the other hand, was a nervous wreck. When I met her friend James, he said,
"Wow, you're the prettiest girl ever."
"Thanks, same to you." "Oh, shut up, Labu, you moron." I just stayed quiet and touched his hand like a robot. It seemed to be working until Reno's Lamborghini pulled up in front of the restaurant. He walked with Stacy on his arm.
What? You guys are on your date here?
I told you where we're going.
I forgot. Well, the more the merrier.
They joined our table. Honestly, I was less nervous now that Reno was here, but that changed the second, third, and fourth time he just happened to crash my date. One time, we were all at a swimming pool together, and Reno was acting so weird. He kept competing with James over who got to share the swimming float with me, while Stacy was just glaring at both of them. What in the world was going on? On our next double date, the tension exploded. Stacy got a perfect hit on the piñata, and when she tried to kiss Reno, he dodged her. She hit the floor right on her face.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
You scared me!
It's our 5th date and you're dodging my kiss.
That's because he likes Labu.
What?
He's been hanging around you like a freaking shield.
Labu, is this true?
No, it's not. Tell them, Reno. Reno just stared at us. Why wasn't he saying anything? That's when his phone started ringing, and he ran to one side to answer it. He came back looking really freaked out.
But there's an emergency, I gotta go. Bye.
Sure, just make an excuse and leave. Ugh, jerk.
Stacy was so furious, she was gonna melt. I was worried. I'd never seen Reno look so scared. I called him many times, but he didn't pick up. He didn't even respond to my messages. When he wasn't in school the next day, I knew I had to go see him. That weekend, I went to Reno's mansion for the very first time. It was huge. I pretended he had a school emergency so his butler would let me in. I could hear crazy shouting from the house. I looked up to see Reno's parents arguing like there was no tomorrow. I only had to listen for a minute to know what happened. Reno's dad had been cheating with several different women, and now his parents were in a full-on battle. I tried to creep out of there, but Reno's dad spotted me.
Who is this? How did you get into the house?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm a friend of Reno's.
Labu, you can't be here.
Your parents are getting a divorce. Is this why you're not coming to school?
Yes, but you can't tell anyone.
I'm sorry. Your dad's a cheating jerk.
Excuse me. You don't know anything.
I literally heard you say cheated. So you're a jerk.
Get this girl out of my house.
I raced out of there before he really lost it. Reno was actually laughing.
No one's ever talked to him like that. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I think I'm in love with you.
My heart skipped a beat. What?
It's a joke.
Oh, good one. I left feeling really confused. Was he really joking? I shook the idiotic thoughts away. I was just happy he was okay. It would take Reno another week to get back to school. I was so excited to see him for our last lesson. But the night before, there was a knock on my door. I saw him standing outside, and he looked mad.
Who did you tell about my parents?
What?
Did you see the news?
He barged into my house and turned on the TV. His parents' faces were on the news with the headline, "The biggest cheating scandal in local government." No!
There's a sea of cameras outside my house. Who did you tell, Labu?
I'm sorry, Reno. I told Stacy.
You what?
You were missing for days, and she was hysterical. I had to tell her. She promised she'd keep it a secret.
Do you not understand people at all? Do you notice anything around you?
Your girlfriend was sobbing on my shoulder, begging to know what happened to you.
We haven't even kissed. I don't even like her. Do I have to spell every single thing out for you?
Yes, you do. This is who I am. This is what it takes to be friends with me. Reno stormed out of the house, and I couldn't hold back my tears. I'd done it again. It was my own fault for thinking I could ever understand all the rules. No matter how many classes I took, Reno didn't come back to school. When I saw Stacy, I grabbed her by the collar. Did you sell Reno out?
Yes, the news channel gave me a nice price for the story.
What is your problem?
Reno is a player just like his dad. And you were acting like my friend while flirting with him the whole time.
I wasn't.
It was obvious. You think you can steal him from me just because you're pretty?
You're delusional, and you might have ruined Reno's life.
Good, he deserves it.
I slapped Stacy across the face. I can't believe I tried so hard to be your friend. You're pathetic. I locked myself up at home. Thankfully, my parents let me take a few days off school to sit in guilt. Guilt for betraying Reno, for trusting Stacy, for being born a stupid, clueless dummy. This was the saddest I'd ever been. My parents decided to take me to a therapist. When I first learned that I had social communication disorder, I was scared. I wanted to get out of this. But once I met other fun, amazing people with my condition, I didn't feel so alone anymore. When I came back to school after my break, I had new energy and confidence. To my shock, I heard that Stacy was gone. When Reno's dad found out she leaked his scandal, he got her expelled from the school. Ha, karma! I searched for Reno all day, but I couldn't find him. Was he still skipping school? Then suddenly, it hit me. I found the closest teacher and said, "I'm gonna bunk all my classes today." What? Classes are boring and YouTube is God. Well, there's no YouTube in detention. The moment I entered the room and saw Reno's adorable face, I jumped on him. Reno!
Labu, you're back!
No hugging in detention? Sit far apart. Far. We had to sit 3 seats away, but Reno still told me how things were at home. His dad had moved out, but they were doing better than before now. I told him all about my break. I am so sorry about everything, Reno. I know you must hate me, and I deserve it. I betrayed your trust.
I don't hate you. You didn't do it on purpose.
Still, I ruined everything.
My dad ruined everything. You just told the truth. It's not your fault. Everyone else lies.
So you're not mad at me?
Not after I yelled at you for something you can't control. I'm sorry about that.
Can we be friends again? I miss you so much.
What do you miss about me?
Your stupid pranks, your jokes, your smile. And I like myself better when I'm with you. Suddenly, Reno crossed the space between us and kissed me. Oh my God, want to go out with me?
Yes!
Good! He kissed me again, and our teacher screamed, "No kissing in detention."
Hi, I'm Crystal from a small town in Alaska. Press like and subscribe. Ever since I was born, I've lived with my rich uncle and aunt and 5 girl cousins, but they've always made me feel like I didn't belong with them. For starters, all my cousins had blonde hair and blue eyes, and I had dark curly hair and brown eyes. They always said I wasn't pretty enough to be part of the family.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the ugliest of them all?
Crystal, your eyes are the color of poop, and look at your hair. I wonder how many birds sleep inside that nest.
They were the meanest, but I had no one else. You see, my aunt and uncle wouldn't even send me to school and just kept me on my toes all day doing house chores. But I'd secretly taught myself to read. I began reading more and more, and all that knowledge just amazed me. One time when I was 16, my uncle found me reading my cousin's books, and he instantly snatched them from me.
Do you have any idea how expensive these are, and you're using them for free?
Why are you always so awful to me?
Because you're kind of weird and not really one of us.
I pushed him aside and ran out of the room. I just hated it here. A few weeks later, it was Christmas, and I found 5 huge gift boxes under the tree, and another one the size of a matchbox of course, that was mine, and all it had inside was a pinch of salt.
Just a reminder to add the right amount of salt while cooking our meal.
Everyone laughed and I felt like smashing their heads into the wall. While I was busy cooking, a lawyer visited our house. Curious, I followed him to the study, and when I heard his conversation with my aunt and uncle, I was shook.
That girl Crystal is worth billions. If you want to keep the money her parents left, you should legally adopt her.
Wait, what? I was a freaking billionaire. As soon as the lawyer left, my aunt came running into the kitchen and literally carried me away to the lounge. I was made to sit in Uncle's armchair while he snatched all my cousin's presents and gave them to me.
You girl, give Crystal a foot rub. You, the other one, make her a hot chocolate with extra marshmallows. And the rest, we're changing the dinner menu to all of Crystal's favorites and you're cooking now. Chop, chop.
Wow, just wow. All of a sudden, I was loved and pampered to bit. I decided now was the time to get the one thing I really wanted.
Oh, sweetheart, no. School is such a dangerous place for girls.
But all my cousins are girls.
They are morons. They're not as precious as you, Pumpkin. We'll get you the best tutor.
Well, that was better than nothing. At least I'd get to learn. But the next night, while I was getting water from the kitchen, I overheard them talking.
How long do we need to pamper that ugly duck?
Don't worry, once we get her money, we'll ship her off to some orphanage.
Who even wants that hairy kid?
God, I knew they were being nice to me because of my money, but these greedy jerks weren't even planning to let me stay. That very night, I packed my bags and ran away, taking the first train out of our town. On the train, an old lady sat next to me, and she told me I was really pretty. She sounded kind, and when we got down, she asked me to join her for a meal at her place. This was the first time someone was treating me nicely without knowing about my wealth. When I got to her mansion, it seemed like she was some billionaire herself. I met some girls older than me, and they all looked really happy. Apparently, the kind woman had given jobs to all of them and even let them stay here. I wondered if I could stay too, and to my surprise, she gladly accepted me. Weeks passed by, and all was good, until one day, the lady woke me up rudely at 3 a.m.
Dress up and get ready.
What? Why? It's not even sunrise yet.
What are you? A chicken waiting for sunrise. Be out already, or I'm going to kick your lazy butt.
OMG! Suddenly, the fairy godmother sounded more like a Hammond. She pulled me down to the main hall where the other girls had already gathered, and then she started explaining how we'd be breaking into some house to steal stuff soon. Wait a second, she was a professional thief? Oh my god! I couldn't believe I've been living with a gang of robbers for weeks! I wasn't going to be a part of this. I slipped away and used the old lady's phone to report her to the police. When they turned up to arrest her and the gang, one of the girls turned to me and said,
I always knew you didn't belong with a bunch of thieves. Here, take this and go see this man. He's a very kind fellow who wants to adopt a daughter.
And so I escaped and made my way to Mr. Hammond's address, and, well, this guy seemed richer, an old Hammond. When a butler led me to him, I explained that I had no family, and some girl gave me his details, and he was overjoyed.
Oh my God, yes. I've been waiting to adopt a little girl. I'm so happy to meet you. And Crystal, that's such a beautiful name. Welcome to your new home.
And just like that, my life turned around. I was immediately led to a gorgeous room and given a brand new wardrobe. And when I saw the massive library in the house, I flipped. Oh, sir, you don't know how much I love books. All I've ever wanted is to go to school and learn as much as I can.
Well, my dear, that can be easily arranged.
He made a quick phone call and told me I'd be starting school next week. Was this for real? Even though he seemed lovely, I didn't trust him enough yet to tell him about my parents' money. I knew what that did to people. One morning while I was still asleep, someone scared the heck out of me by jumping onto the bed. And then I saw a girl a few years older than me. She was screaming.
OMG, who are you and what are you doing in my bed?
Dad. Dad? Mr. Hammond came running, and it turned out that the girl was his daughter Pearl, who was now in university.
I just came home to get some stuff. So what? I left and you adopted some ugly weirdo and gave her my room?
Don't be rude. And yes, I'm all alone now, and I'd like some company. Now say hello to your sister.
Sister? I don't know which slum you got her from. Just get her out of my room.
She stormed off, and Mr. Hammond apologized to me. It's okay. I know I'm ugly. My cousins made fun of my hair and eyes all the time. It's nothing new.
What are you talking about? Your hair and eyes are lovely. I only see a girl who's beautiful inside and out. But let me take you to a salon today. Those people will work magic with your hair.
And they really did. They trimmed and styled my wild hair and got my eyebrows done. And for the first time ever, I actually felt pretty. I was so happy I hugged Mr. Hammond. Thanks, Dad. Wait, did I just call him Dad? Maybe I was starting to like him a bit too fast. I had an amazing first day at school. Everyone was telling me I was gorgeous. A few boys even said my warm brown eyes were adorable. All that was great, except when I got home I found Pearl had moved back in. I'd try to be friends with her, but she was impossible. I tried talking to her at dinner, but she just gave me silent glares. When I asked her to pass me the water, she flung the whole jug at my face.
Pearl.
What, Dad? She didn't want it on her face. Oops, my bad.
One day, during the first class, our teacher kept getting annoyed because of some croaking frog sounds. We all looked around and couldn't find any. Just then, a boy put his ear next to my bag and said,
I think it's coming from here.
I opened the bag and dropped it. Immediately, a dozen big frogs jumped out, and there was almost a stampede with everyone screaming and running out. As the teacher fled, she tripped over a chair and fell down really hard. She hurt her arm, and I got a month's attention for my prank. This was all Pearl's doing. I went to her room that day and asked her why she was bent on ruining things for me.
I'll drop this innocent face, Crystal. I know you're just some gold digger and my dad is your target. Just because he's too soft and foolish to see the bad in people doesn't mean I am too. I'll make sure you don't get a penny of my wealth.
She was crazy. All I wanted was a family. Mr. Hammond had a grand pool party planned, and I was so excited my jaw dropped when I saw the guests arrive. Actors, singers, and other glamorous people. I was dazzled. Everyone was having a great time, but as some of the guests started to leave, we suddenly heard a woman screaming at the butler.
What do you mean you can't find my diamond ring and my husband's watch? I gave that stuff to you for safekeeping, before going in the pool.
The butler said he'd put all the guests' belongings in Mr. Hammond's study, but they were all gone. Everyone went crazy, and there was nearly a riot.
Ladies, gentlemen, something like this has never happened before, and I assure you I won't rest till everyone's belongings are returned. You have my word.
As the angry guests went out mumbling and threatening Mr. Hammond, he ordered the servants to strip the house down. Only 10 minutes later, a maid came running with my backpack. She turned it over, and all the rich people's things fell out.
Sir, Miss Crystal's bags were packed. It looks like she was planning to leave.
I was horrified. Side Mr. Hammond looked shocked as I protested that I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, Daddy, what did you expect from someone like her? I always knew she'd do something like this. We need to call the police.
I walked up to Mr. Hammond and looked him straight in the eye. I know I'm just a stranger and not really your daughter, so you'll choose to believe Pearl's words over mine. You can do whatever you want, but just know that your kindness means far more to me than money or things ever could, and I would never do anything to harm you. Suddenly, Mr. Hammond took my hand.
You are my daughter, and I do believe you.
He turned to Pearl with a furious face.
Pearl, if you don't want me to stop paying for your credit cards and cut you out of my will, leave now. I don't want to see your face till you've graduated university.
Pearl stared at him and shot, then screamed angrily and left. I was so touched by Mr. Hammond's words, I finally decided to tell him about my inheritance and my greedy family. He was shocked, and the next thing I knew, he had legally adopted me, and we went in person to tell my family the news. Their faces were just priceless. I was the owner of my money now, and I had big plans for it. I set up a school for poor kids, and now I teach there whenever I can. Hi, I am Laura from New York. Please like and subscribe. When I was just 5 years old, Miss Luna gave me a piano. The very first time I touched the keys, I played, and everyone was absolutely stunned.
Laura, you're a genius. We're going to send you to the best schools, the best classes. You're going to be the best child in the world.
In an instant, my life changed. My parents shifted us to a new city, got me into a fancy new school, and signed me up for 6 hours of tutoring daily. But the problem was that I had ADHD as a kid, and it was really tough for me to focus the way my mom wanted me to. Once Mom even tried to give me pills to control my behavior.
You should take these, Laura. They will help you focus on your studies.
Okay, Mom. When she left, I threw the pills in the trash. What if she wanted to poison me? My mom made me hate studying, so I had no choice but to start sneaking out when my parents weren't looking. My little escapades were awesome. I got to play soccer with the other kids and eat all the junk food I liked. It was all going so well until one day in the 2nd grade when I snuck out to go to a soccer match. 2 big girls approached me on the street.
Hey, you give me your bag?
No way! One of the girls grabbed me while the other tried to pull my bag off my shoulder. Suddenly, our neighbors spotted us.
Hey, what are you doing?
The girls ran off in a hurry.
I'm taking you home to your parents.
Oh no, not my parents. When Mom saw me, her face turned red with anger.
What are you doing out, Laura?
Once she learned about the incident, she totally lost it. She took away all my toys and grabbed me until further notice.
Until you can learn to be a grown-up, you're not going anywhere.
I already don't go anywhere. Mom was about to slap me when Dad came between us and stopped her.
Such a rude kid.
The next morning, Mom woke me up at 4 a.m.
You're going to learn self-defense with your dad every morning and night.
But Mom, it's not even morning yet.
You start now.
I had no choice. He began to teach me kickboxing every morning and jujutsu every night. One day, I was heading to an advanced math exam. My mom had been grilling me about this paper for a year. She wanted me to rank number 1. I was on my way to the exam room when I suddenly spotted an adorable boy with glasses, cornered by some bigger kids who were pushing him around. I knew I had to go in for my paper, but I couldn't ignore this. I ran in between them. Hey, stop it!
Is this little girl here to save Devin?
This little girl will kick your big butt.
You're awesome.
Suddenly, my teacher came out of the exam room.
Miss, this girl just attacked us. She's crazy.
Before I knew it, I was being dragged to the principal's office. I already knew what would happen now. He called my parents. Mom came in like a raging bull.
You missed the exam. You beat someone up.
Mom, they were bullying someone.
So what are you, Mother Teresa or Wonder Woman? Mind your own business. How dare you ditch your exams like this?
Dad, I did the right thing. You know that. Say something. I knew Dad agreed with me, but he was just too weak to say anything in front of Mom. She signed me up for a replacement exam in 3 months and told me to get to work. The next day, the boy helped. Devin came up to me and thanked me for saving him from the bullies and asked me out on a date. My first day ever, and he was just so cute. Of course I said yes. Devin and I began dating, and I did everything I could to keep it secret from my parents. I got a secret phone with my savings to text him, and I sneak out every night to meet him. I started to think that life wasn't so bad after all. Until one day, Noah, the gorgeous soccer player for my school, came up to me during lunch.
Hey, go to the Blue Pearl Cafe at 5 p.m. Watch what happens.
What?
Just do it. It's very important.
With that, Noah walked away from me. That was so weird, but I decided to go anyway. When I reached the cafe, I saw Devin sitting there arm in arm with another girl. What? Devin kissed that girl right on the lips before she left. Oh my God. Devin, you cheater. The whole cafe turned to look at us, but I didn't care.
Laura, what are you doing here?
I'm dumping you. Just then, another girl walked into the cafe.
Devin, what's going on? I'm here for a date.
Oh my God. I exposed the truth about him in front of the girl, and she was so angry that she yelled at Devin. Just then, the manager showed up and threw us all out of his cafe. You will regret it, Devin. And with that, I ran back to school. I was going to find Noah. He was practicing soccer with the school team. I pulled him aside and demanded that he tell me how he knew about Devin.
I've seen him around with you, so I knew you were dating. But I saw him with other girls too.
Why did you tell me?
Because I kind of have a huge crush on you.
You what?
I'm not sure if you remember. We used to play soccer together before you stopped showing up for practice. I've always liked you, and I didn't like the idea of you dating that slime.
Oh my God, Noah had a crush on me.
I know it's kind of weird and sudden, but do you want to go out with me sometime?
He was so stunning, and I wanted to say yes, but I couldn't get Devin out of my head. How could I ever trust a guy again? I had to turn Noah down.
Maybe we can just play soccer like old times.
Yes, we can try that. I started playing, and it was the best fun I'd had in years. Everyone loved me and asked me to try out for the official soccer team. I cleared the tryouts easily, but I had to make sure my parents never found out about this. One day after practice, Noah came to me with a whole bunch of roses and a couple of friends playing guitars. He asked me out on a date again.
Oh my God, you're dating Noah?
I turned around to see Devin behind me, and he looked really mad. It's none of your business what I do with my life.
Tell me the truth, Laura. No one told you about my dates, didn't he?
So what if he did?
I always knew he liked you. He was always staring at you.
Go away, Devin.
Yeah, before we make you.
The entire soccer team steered him down, and he had no choice but to back off and walk away. I turned to Noah and said, I'm sorry, Noah. I really like you, but I just can't trust someone so soon.
That's okay, Laura. I get it. Come on, let's prep for the semifinals.
The semifinals of our tournament went by like a breeze. We had trained hard, and our skill and teamwork were totally unmatched. When I scored that winning goal, I literally lost my mind. The thrill and joy was too much. I wrapped my arms around Noah and gave him a kiss right on his lips. The entire stadium began to hoot at us, but I didn't care one bit. Everything was perfect until I heard it.
Laura!
Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Devin called and he told us everything. You've been sneaking away every day to play this stupid game.
My mom began to fight with me in front of hundreds of people. I had never been more humiliated in my life.
You're grounded forever.
Mom, the finals are tomorrow.
Come on, honey, we can't make her miss that.
Why not? She should be punished. She is a bad daughter.
To my surprise, Dad finally put his foot down. He told my mom that I was an amazing daughter and that he'd had it with her bullying. My mom went purple with rage.
Laura is playing tomorrow, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I love you, Dad. He'd finally accepted me. My mom refused to say one word to me. From that day on, I won the soccer finals 6-0, and without our knowledge, a scout had come to watch the match. They picked me up, and I got a full sports scholarship for my undergrad degree. None of my other teammates got that offer, including Noah. He got into a good college too, but it was thousands of miles away from me.
You have to take this opportunity, Laura. You're going to be great.
I loved him so much that I really tried to make it work long distance, but it just became too painful for us to keep missing each other. We had to end things, even though we still loved each other and were on excellent terms. My soccer career was thriving and I was playing at the state level, topping every chart in the women's league. During a final match with Penn State, I fell and twisted my ankle so hard that I blacked out instantly. When I woke up, I was rushed to the hospital where the doctor told me in clear terms,
"You can walk and run if needed, but you can't play soccer ever again."
My heart was broken and it felt like my life was shattered. I went back home and my dad consoled me and supported me. My mom made a few snide comments about how she was right, but Dad chased her away.
I believe in you, Laura. We'll get through this together.
I eventually started teaching self-defense and soccer classes for little kids in my city. It was good pay, and I really enjoyed working with children. One day, I got a text from Noah, and I flipped. I didn't realize we were in the same town now. He asked to meet me for dinner, and I was shaking. My jaw fell when I saw Noah. He was drop-dead gorgeous, just as the day I met him. He wasn't here alone. Some of our friends from the soccer team were here with their old guitars. Noah had 100 roses, and he gave them to me before he asked me to be with him again. And this time I said yes and jumped into his arms. Noah and I started our lives together and eventually got married 3 years later. A year after our marriage, I became pregnant with our first baby. The pregnancy itself was a breeze. But when I gave birth to Claire, I had complications, and getting pregnant again would be very dangerous. However, I've always wanted a big family, so I adopted 3 children. In the end, our family lived happily together in a wonderful and loving home.